Well, it is a game which in the grand scheme of things may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear and very visible that there is much pride around it. Chants are filling our ears, proud renditions of hymns and songs. It is the perfect soundtrack. Well, there's a real familiarity about these scenes here. The followers of one of the most formidable teams in the history of football, ensuring that yet again this will be an occasion for the game's ultimate glitterati. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. That's a nicely weighted pass. Nicely worked. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Rafinha. Hit into the middle. Barcelona with their first corner, the first in the game for either side actually. David Villa, and here's Messi. Real chance! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Messi, foot in. Messi wins the duel this time. Hakimi.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. David Villa.
You know, for me, Peter, there's a deep-lying playmaker out there who's as good as it comes. Pep Guardiola. As composed as he is clever, he always acts as the key pivot in forming attack after attack.
Yeah, he's a bit of a manager on the pitch.
Well, astute is the word.
Oh, he's found support out wide. It's Son Heung-min! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Barcelona were again presented with an opportunity to break and look very, very threatening. You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Van Dijk getting this one clear. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
It's Son Heung-min. Oh, that's a key interception. Rafinha. Now it's Neymar. Caught offside that time. Looking for the run. Rashford! Oh, he hit that sweetly. David Villa. No change to the score. 0-0 it remains. Out to the left it goes. Oh dear, less said about that pass the better. David Villa. And it's Neymar. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. Barcelona have got it back and they'll have another go. Now it's Havertz. Just eases him off the ball. Rafinha. Played out towards the right wing. And he's intervened well there. Neymar. Messi is sporting a guilty look after that.
Oh, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
And Messi! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Messi clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Hakimi. Nice sequence of passes this. And through to the goalkeeper. So still we are where we began. It's 0-0. Ernest. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
Can he get it through? Now that's well seen too. Rashford is herring after that one. That's a shade optimistic. Well, there's the clearance. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Well, perhaps not full of thrills and spills, but a game which has been of a very high level, certainly defensively, as both teams walk off unscathed. A tight affair, 0-0 at the break. Interesting half, just missing goals, so don't be surprised if the second half brings a change to the scoreline at the break, 0-0. Here we go again then.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
That should get the job done. Rashford. Rudiger cuts it out. He's played him through.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Ernest. And it's Neymar. Rodri. Pedri. Now it's El Shaarawy. Now it's Son Heung-min. Engages and forces him off the ball. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
It's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. 0-0 still. It's a game that needs a bit of life injected. Noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Ernest. Neymar showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Ernest has been booked, just to confirm, for that earlier incident. slices! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stops.
Oh, it was such a clever pass that flummoxed the defence, and it could well be revisited, this.
Face to face with the keeper. Decent hit! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Neymar is offering a wry smile there.
Barcelona have their second corner now. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. And he was quick to react. And he gets rid in a hurry. David Villa. Big chance!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
He's in space and looking for options. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. That has earned a reprieve for the time being. It's a really well-measured ball. Oh, great chance! Kimmich cuts out the pass. Looking tidy in possession here. Oh, David Villa! That was superb goalkeeping.
Villa actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona.
Barcelona have their third corner.
Messi, el dorsal 24.
Maradona with a short one.
El dorsal 9. El dorsal 14.
Maradona.
Se va a llevar a cabo un
Nice ball and he's in here. And now they can spring out of defence. Where? He can run onto that. Can he finish? Oh, the ball's run loose here.
Barcelona showing a good level of intensity at this stage. They're calling on all their resources now.
And the pass is intercepted. And it's Maradona driving on and making good progress. And he's found a way past. And here's Neymar. He's had it taken off him. Now it's El Shaarawy. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Oh, this looks sharp. Lizarazu. Rafinha in acres of space out wide. There's the header! No, he couldn't get the direction he needed.
Now that was a slick move, and there were several options in the box to pick out.
Messi. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Neymar.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
Where? El Shaarawy. Now the finish! And again! In he goes again! Oh, that wasn't far away.
This is a Hollywood or bust corner. The final whistle is up next.
Messi!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Played back in. Where? And the referee brings it to a close. Frustration, exasperation, vexation, certainly from an attacking perspective. Neither side able to make an impression despite all the huff and puff. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim? Well, hello and welcome one and all. It's a pleasure to have you with us. As you can see, we are all set. The game should be a truly entertaining one, whichever side of it you find yourself on. We have a grand mass of noise and colour, and the juices are flowing. It really is a sight to behold here as Spotify Camp Nou opens its arms to the Barcelona nation, 100,000 plus in unison. And as you can see, we've already started here. Good read, needed to be. Now it's Messi. Oh, that's fabulous. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
He's got the shot away!
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
I'd say Petr. I'm trying to come up with a flaw in his game, and I can't. Dependable and strong in every aspect of a goalkeeper's job. And he breeds
Zico! And he's following up! Decent strike, kept it fizzing low. And it's Rashford. Fiddles it through. Played back in. Osimhen, and he stands tall, impenetrable. Now the finish! They want to be quick to recover this. Pedri, skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Plays a sharp little ball here. And here's Zico. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Still goalless at the moment. Pedri. No, that's been intercepted. Scholes. David Villa looks to get on the end of this. Oh, that looks a good ball through. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Rodri. And it's Scholes. He's been picked out. He's got away. Oh, well played. Oh, super find. Rashford. Now, can they get it back? Turns and goes. It's El Shaarawy! It's loose now and they want to get it back. David Villa. Ball played for Kokchu. Rodri. It's a pretty loose pass. Forwards and with intent. The less said about that pass, the better. Eder Militao. And they're quick to get it back. That is a great pick out. Rodri. Not the most accurate pass. Now it's Messi. Now it's Rashford. Could be danger here. Rashford! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different. Now it's Scholes. Oh, that was vital. That's played into space. Osimhen. Zico. Keeper's ball. 0-0, but nevertheless a very decent game. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
And that's put paid to a promising move. Rashford in acres of space out wide. Just eases him off the ball. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Zico was ultimately thwarted there, but it took a few of them to stop him.
Yeah, the confidence we can admire, the decision-making we can't. He learned from it.
And the finish! He's missed, but not by that far.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Alexander-Arnold. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Truth be told, perhaps it's not the game that many anticipated, but there is lots to be seen in it, lots to be taken from it. Plenty for the key figures to mull over, but it remains goalless. The midway point of the game.
What an end to the half, Peter. A lot of the best action of the half coming at the very end, and I get the feeling the second half may well start in similar fashion, as we'd love to see this momentum maintained. So I'm looking forward to what's...
Has a goal! And it's a goal!
Well, it's hardly a great surprise to see him doing something thrilling, and it should send a strength and courage through every one of his teammates from here.
Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
So the first goal of the game.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Rodri. Zico. David Villa. Now it's Osimhen. Scholes. Now it's Zico. And the shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Another chance from a corner. And we have our very first corner. DiMarco. And now a sudden chance to counter. DiMarco. Kokchu looking to run onto it.
DiMarco really added the width there thanks to his willingness to make...
Oh, what a... He's had a shot! And he hits the net! Two to the good! They have breathing space! Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Well, to his credit, he managed to ghost into space to finish things off, but the failure to spot him was ghastly defence.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Well, that is one way to stop him.
La asistencia a este partido
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
David Villa. David Villa! Oh, nice. Just not quite.
Yeah, certainly could have been something so much more.
David Villa. Chu. The ball is loose and the chase is on. He's in plenty of space here. Can he put it away? Just off target.
Well, that's confidence for you. Distance doesn't even bother him.
And it's been given away. Time and again they are repelled. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Zico given the lift of his goal. David Villa. Van Dijk. Oh no, this does not look good. Ruben Dias. That has been cut short. Chu, DiMarco.
Yeah, this kind of bold running will always get you into areas of possibility.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
El dorsal 11, Messi. El dorsal
Oh, that's well spotted.
El dorsal 7. Serán sustituidos.
Back in possession and ready to go again.
El dorsal 4.
Hakimi.
El dorsal 14. El
Kubo.
dorsal 34.
Pedri.
El dorsal 10. Cambio de
And it's
jugadores.
Rashford. Half an hour gone in the second half. DiMarco deals with that comfortably.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Yeah, the idea was right. The delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
Now it's Neymar. That's been cut out, well played. El Shaarawy. And that's a good ball. Bellingham. Neymar. And there's green grass ahead of him. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
It's a mighty effort! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough.
Barcelona were again presented with an opportunity to break and look very, very threatening.
Up he goes! Defending of the desperate variety. Havertz. Rashford. Has a look and plays it forward. DiMarco.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Neymar was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Nicely intercepted. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Check and pick that up. Rodri. Neymar charging forward, the ball at his feet. Bellingham. No, that's been intercepted. Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. Added time is up. And there goes the whistle. Barcelona perhaps ended up out of ideas and out of steam. Some warm applause and acknowledgement of the effort put in by the players, but that does not hide the overall disappointment. Well, hello and welcome one and all. It's a pleasure to have you with us. As you can see, we are all set. The game should be a truly entertaining one, whichever side of it you find yourself on. We have a grand mass of noise and colour, and the juices are flowing. Well, there's a real familiarity about these scenes here. The followers of one of the most formidable teams in the history of football, ensuring that, yet again, this will be an occasion for... There's the hit! And he's managed to get rid. Well timed, excellent interception. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. He is through here. What a wonderful goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Havertz. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That's good running with the ball. There's the shot! And that is wildly off target.
Well, we were anticipating this. They're very much set up for the counter-attack, and I don't see it changing anytime soon.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Eto'o. Hakimi. Played. That has snuffed out the danger. Messi providing an outlet on that flank. He's had it taken off him. First quarter of an hour gone. And he welcomes it in.
Oh, great feat, that.
Shapes to shoot. Denied by an instinctive save.
Eto'o really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And now they can spring out of defence. Rijkaard cuts out the pass. Platini. And he's managed to get free.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Van Dijk gets over and intercepts. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. And here's Eto'o. And here's Platini. He's got the shot away! Decent enough try.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
And it's Deco. That has been cut short. And he cuts out the supply. Pull it. Platini. And he's lost his man here. Platini had a really good go at breaking through, but ultimately he was just about kept out.
Oh, I was on the edge of my seat then. He just took on one too many.
He's managed to get it all wrong.
It didn't quite come off on this occasion, but it only needs a gentle tweak.
Corner number 2 then. He's had a hit! He's got a goal! And this is getting better and better. That is a super smooth goal, beautiful manoeuvring of the ball, and splendid authority in the finish.
Yeah,
he rises! He's got away with one there.
That's just front foot enforcement. Pressure leads to mistake, leads to chance.
Well, that's beautifully weighted. And pull it! And it's there! And they're at it again in double quick time. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cozy. Chance! And it's in! A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
Perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here, because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's clear that the keeper was unsighted by his defence, and by the time he picked up the flight of that, it was too late.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
It's Son Heung-min. Oh, Red, nice interception. And that has put paid to that. And he's picked out the run. He has found the way through. Can he put it away? It's in. Hot knife through butter. They have done it again.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
It's become a case of men against boys.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
He won't be happy with that one. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
That just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
It's gone out for a throw-in. Rashford.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Van Dijk. Oh, can he get onto this? Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. He can run onto that. Rijkaard. Deco. Now it's Rashford. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Vieira. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Oh, good spread. Messi looking to run onto it. And we've reached half-time. Who would have seen this? By any yardstick, it is pretty much ideal for them. That gets things going for the second half.
Well, I'm sure the managers talk the talk, and now it's time for these players to walk the walk and deliver a rousing response to a rousing team talk.
And it's Nedved. Oh, well played, well played. And that should get the job done. Deco. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled. We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
And it just, I suppose, denies the others time and space. Decent hit! It's loose now and they want to get it back. And here's Messi. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. And he's there to retrieve it. Interesting ball. Vieira. Son Heung-min. Oh, super find. Shot a goal! Goal!
Yeah, the pass was bang on, and he just had to ensure he didn't stray offside. The finish was actually bang on too.
They're still trying to make a game of this. Platini. Oh, and he's through the middle. Neuer can pick that up. Nicely spread.
Look, movement creates more options, and that was really sharply done.
And the pass is intercepted. He's had a shot! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Rijkaard did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Now it's Eto. Couldn't quite squeeze that one through. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. And it's Eto. Pedri. Now this could be a chance. He's found the way through. So in he goes again. Oh, he's kept it out. That's a great save.
Barcelona just served up a reminder of how good they can be on the break. Their method is clear.
Platini. Pedri. That is good alertness. Nedved. And it's Hullet. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Almost 75 minutes on the clock. Hits one! Oh, almost a sixth!
Another example of how comfortable this team is on the break.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
El dorsal 16, el dorsal 7, el dorsal 11.
Nicely worked.
Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 13.
Rashford showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Face to face with the keeper. And the finish! He scores! And It is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Havertz threads one in. I have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Keeper's ball. And now the breakaway. Oh, perfectly measured that. Nacho. Hakimi. El-Shaarawy.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Belling, who needs just a moment to score a goal. Now it's Osimhen. Gets his pass away. Always onto this. Now this could... Oh, shooting chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Danger averted for now. Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest, a sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop, It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us. And we are glad to have you alongside us for it. And nobody in this atmosphere can hide from the truth about how much this game matters. The scene overflows with colour and passion. And already we're on shot at goal! They've scored!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
So, a breakthrough already. Chooses... It's El-Shaarawy! And again! Oh, it just wouldn't sit for him.
That's unlucky. The idea was really smart for me, and he's had a good go at it.
Barcelona with the corner. They're first. Cleared away. Galatasaray have the chance to go the other way. And it's Gullit. And he's picked out the run. He's got away. Messi! And it's in! 2! And we've barely begun here. What do you think now about that goal?
I love the technique in that finish. There was a concentration to keep it down.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, they're very much the best.
And the shot! No mistake! That was easy. Almost too easy.
Well, that defence is perplexed by the fact they've allowed him the space.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
I think they can sense a comeback here, and so can this crowd. It's all systems go now.
Looking tidy in possession here, and he cuts out the supply. Well, that looks a good ball through. He's found a way through. Can he finish? He scored! 2 to the good. They have breathing space. Swift, incisive, deadly, all done in a matter of seconds.
Quick, decisive and unerring, a textbook example of how to turn defence into counter-attack. That'll do for me every time.
Galatasaray take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Well, everything is going to plan, Peter. A day for a regular managerial heartbeat, at least for one.
Eto'o. It's Eto'o! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Barcelona are looking to go forward now. Now it's El-Shaarawy. Amrabat.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Now it's Eto'o. And there's green grass ahead of him. And he's taking no chances there. And it's Messi.
You have to expect that from everyone now.
Messi unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Rashford. That's an errant pass. Xavi. Now it's Gullit. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
And it just, I suppose, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Xavi. Vieira. He's cut it out. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. And it's Messi. He's gone for goal. And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
Well, I think the opposition was pretty sloppy in creating a problem for themselves then, but he was onto it so quickly and very nearly made them pay.
Xavi. And he's managed to get free. And here's Suarez. So much. And the shot! He's done very well to get to that.
Well, it actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Galatasaray have their second corner now. Messi. Messi! Pedri. He's played him through. Just eases him off the ball. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Lovely ball and a real chance now. Oh, it's inches away from being a really good ball.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Leicester clears it away. That has ended up in no man's land.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Look at the space here. Good read, needed to be. Xavi. Pullet gets into a good position. He's shifting through the gears here. Great chance! Yes! And the lead is 3. It is surely done. Really tidily gathered and ultimately a more than touch. And there's the end of the first half.
I'm afraid to tell you that we're expecting traffic to be heavy after the final whistle today. Substitution for Galatasaray. Number 88, Xavi. Coming on the field is number 11, Baggio. Substitution.
That gets things going for the second half. Barcelona changed their lineup for the second half. A reaction, no doubt, to the half-time score. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Has a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And here's Eto'o. And it's Gullit. In with the challenge. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances.
Well, to be honest, he thrives on this type of opportunity. Training ground rehearsals make him see...
Gullit! Finish, an absolute joy. Comfort, yet more comfort, easing away. A true beauty of a goal, so brilliantly executed.
Well, he made it look effortless, clearly a training ground perfectionist.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Barcelona different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change.
And he has shown him a yellow card. Well, the players are flocking round their fallen colleague and they look worried. Now there's a fine ball. It's Luis Suarez! He's got a goal! And It is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
Galatasaray are having a ball here.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
He's made sure that's not getting through.
The attendance for this
Pedri
match
gets
was
good distance on it.
70,987.
So we've reached the hour mark. Now it's Messi. Where? Well, he caught that pure, but no end product.
Barcelona just served up a reminder of how good they can be on the break. Their method is clear.
Ah, he's given it away. And he's in on, there's the hit! Oh, he's kept it out, that's a great save.
Where controlled that with such ease and really ought to have followed it up with a goal.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Great defending, strong and determined. That's a good ball out wide. Hullet wriggles his way through. He's picked his way through. Corner. So, third corner of the game. Well, it is a game which in the grand scheme of things may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear and very visible that there is much pride around it. Chants are filling our ears, proud renditions of hymns and songs. It is the perfect soundtrack. Well, there's a real familiarity about these scenes here. The followers of one of the most formidable teams in the history of football, ensuring that yet again this will be an occasion for the game's ultimate glitterati. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. That is good alertness. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
The Portuguese do have a penchant for producing great wingers, Peter, and this fella, Rafael Leao, is another really good example. He likes to play down the middle, or he'll go to the left-hand side, wherever he can kind of get his run started. Once he finds that little bit of space, then it's all about using his pace and trickery, and he'll give any defence lots of problems.
Yeah, hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that.
That's just playing it safe and simple. That's positional goals, the utilisation of space.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Nicely spread. Out for a throw. It's gone out for a throw-in. Rashford. Short changes him with that pass. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Pedri. El Shaarawy. Tries a shot! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
That was created because of good, lively movement, which pretty much dictated the pass.
Oh, they could be caught out here. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Whistle's gone, and the referee has given a penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. So the most significant moment of the game. And he's buried it! 1-0. Not a twitch, not a blink.
You know, he would have been embarrassed had the keeper held his position then.
Inter Milan have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Thuram spots it and intercepts. That's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Pedri is sporting a guilty look after that.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
Neymar, well cut out, no margin for error there at all.
Barcelona really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Costa Curta cuts out the pass. Rafael Leao. Oh, good looking ball. He's got away. It's a good ball out wide. Rummenigge unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Just too much on that. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Rafael Leao. Now can he find a finish? Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
Well, the further he went, the more attention he attracted. There was just way too much pressure for him to get the shot away.
There's the hit!
Well, the moans and
Messi! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Inter Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side actually, and it's been taken short. Very nicely done. Oh, nicely intercepted. That's a sharp pass. Neymar, great chance! And he hits the net. And this is getting better and better. Even some of the opposing fans are clapping that. You just have to appreciate it.
Oh, that's a measured delight. The curl he applied was immaculate.
And the finish! It's in! Just one goal in it now! Game on! And that was as close to certain as can be.
Well, he makes finishing look like a matter of fact. Why take extra touches?
Barcelona get themselves back into contention.
Well, it was important they didn't get ahead of themselves and lose their discipline. This game plan could now well reward them with an equaliser.
Pedri. Now it's El Shaarawy.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Rashford providing an outlet on that flank. El Shaarawy. Rummenigge played out to the right, and the counter is on. He is through here. There's the whistle for half-time. So after a truly engaging first half, it remains right on edge. Things still very much in the mix in what is shaping up to be a super contest. 2-1 the score at the break, and every indication that both parties are capable of adding more. Caution certainly not on the agenda here. He's had a hit! It's a goal! It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite.
So the lead now is 2.
That has the feeling of a breath of fresh air, Peter, and now they can fill their lungs and just blow them away.
Messi. That's a fabulous ball. Rummenigge! Oh, nearly, but not quite.
You can never be too safe with someone like him around. They got away with that.
Nicely aimed pass. Oh, he's found him in space. Plenty. Decent hit! They are rampant! And the lead is extended still further. And that really is so impressive.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Inter Milan grab a 3-goal lead. It's just too easy.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played. Well,
big chance! He's got a goal! It is no contest. It is a landslide. The invitation was clear and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Well, that defence is perplexed by the fact they've allowed him the space.
And the shot!
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Tchouameni did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Now it's Rafael Leao, face to face. Oh, shooting chance! It's there! And this is getting ridiculous, borderline crazy.
Yeah, it has become ugly for one, but the other is still delivering beauty.
Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. It really is a sight to behold here as Spotify Camp Nou opens its arms to the Barcelona nation, 100,000 plus in unison. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. And Romario! He's going to be disappointed with that. He's had a shot! Big moment! Massive goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Barcelona are already chasing the game. Great chance! And he's straight offside. Galatasaray looking to pass their way through. Lizarazu. Now it's Neymar. Played out towards the right wing. And it's Messi. Messi going face to face with his great rival. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Oh no, what has happened here? Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Oh, red, nice interception. Romario. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Quarter of an hour played. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Where? Oh, good ball, shots on here. Lizarazu. Havertz got a long way forward to join the attack. Galatasaray are looking lively here. They're playing with more zest, more purpose.
They are, and it's all because of the movement we're seeing down the flanks, and I think they look as if they're going to cause some real problems to that opposing defence. Both flanks are working quite well now. You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Davids, spread neatly. Oh, that's well spotted. Rashford. That is a great pick out. Zico. Now it's Owen. Owen. Now it's real chance! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. It might not be such a bad idea playing this short and into feet.
Yeah, they've got to find a way around this huge height disadvantage. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. Oh, that's fabulous. Rashford! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
The message is clear. None shall pass. Lam. Owen. That's a little off target. And he's there to get it away. And here's Romario. Hits one! And a terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
He won't be happy with that one. El Shaarawy. He is through here. That is a great ball. He's had a hit! Oh, split-second reaction.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Pedri! Galatasaray are looking to go forward now. He's found a way through. There's a no-nonsense tackle. It's their second corner of the game. Rashford is there and he can get that clear. That has been slung wide. And now they can spring out of defence. Owen and Owen! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
It didn't quite come off on this occasion, but it only needs a gentle tweak.
Threads one in. Zico providing an outlet on that flank. There's the hit! Oh, he's been caught napping. Van Dijk. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Steady, solid, and for now, where they want to be. Just one goal, and they have it. Good effort from both sides, but at half-time, it is 1-0.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Galatasaray can breathe again, just.
Well, that tackle was a...
Can he finish? Davids. Oh, that's a vigorous challenge. Can he get it through? Davids. Chance here to counter. He's got away.
That was lovely, that.
Well read. And the danger is averted. Le Normand.
Footballing width usually identifies with running room, and we've just seen a prime example.
And he's gone looking for safety. And here's Owen. Oh, well played. He needed to get that right. Owen showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Chance to shoot now. Izarazu. Strong running down that left flank. Romario! Looking wide. And that has put paid to that. Quarter of an hour into the second half. Owen. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, that's nice. Out of play for a goal kick. Owen is holding his leg there, a worrying sign.
Yeah, maybe a touch of cramp, Peter. Hopefully nothing more serious than that.
He's going to continue, it seems, albeit a little gingerly.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El
So,
dorsal
time for
16,
changes on
el
both
dorsal
sides,
11,
actually.
Messi. El dorsal 3. El dorsal 2. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 34.
Fernando Torres, who's wide and looking to get onto this.
El dorsal 13.
Oh, that's such a good run. More of that, please.
It's a sharp pass. Lizarazu. Galatasaray have their third corner. Tries to get it clear. That'll be a throw-in. Not the most accurate pass.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Torres gets flagged offside. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
And it's Al-Sharawi. Rashford. Chance! That has been knocked clear.
Well, this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Elber, and he's had it nicked away. Elber was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. That'll be a throw. Headed upfield. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Kubo. El-Sharawi.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Beckham. Too much on it, and that's the keeper's. Well, he's done very well to take that back. And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
5 minutes left on the clock.
Galatasaray can afford to settle on seeing this one out by running down the clock, I think.
Back into the middle. Lahm. Now, what about a counter-attack? And here's Rashford. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. He's played him through, and he's certainly on side. And the shot! It's off target and by quite a way. Two minutes to be added on. No, that was never going to make it. And time is up. So in the end, one goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides produced a genuine effort to go on and win it. but neither was able to add to the scoreline in the end. How would you summarise what we... Well, it is a game which in the grand scheme of things may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear and very visible that there is much pride around it. Chants are filling our ears, proud renditions of hymns and songs. It is the perfect soundtrack. Well, there's a real familiarity about these scenes here. The followers of one of the most formidable teams in the history of football, ensuring that yet again this will be an occasion for the game's ultimate glitterati. And already we're underway here. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Tedri getting this one clear. And it's Messi. Oh, that's a key interception. It's a pretty loose pass. Aimed beyond the defence. That pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Oh, that's fabulous. Pedri defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. He's found the... Oh, he's been caught on it here. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, Peter, this guy, Son, is one of the quickest players around at this level, and he uses it to great effect. His willingness to run at and beyond defences just adds to that raw pace, and it'll mean he'll always be a threat here.
Yes, he's certainly the one who carries the hopes of his team. Pedri, he's going to be disappointed with that. Son Heung-min, and it's Shevchenko. He's got to be in here. He's had a shot. Goal! Barcelona!
Well, his movement is all based on fine margins, and the timing of his run then was ideal.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Back into the middle. Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Speculative strike. That is a super hit, but it was always just off target. And we have our very first corner. That'll be a throw. Mateus.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
El Shaarawy. Oh, not quite. Pull it. Well, that's beautifully weighted. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, that is asking for trouble. And it's Vieira. Rashford. And that interception was most necessary. Where? And that's another good win of the ball. That's a sharp pass. Oh, it's a promising build-up. There's plenty of really nice passing.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Might be danger here. Pedri. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Now it's Son Heung-min. Nice control. Mateus. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And it's Messi. Shevchenko. He could be in here. Big chance! He has done it! 2 up now, and they are cruising.
The understanding between those two plays a big part in that, and releasing the run on side proved the key ingredient.
So that's 2 now without reply.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Oh, played through for the wide man. Can he latch on to this? El Shaarawy! Messi. No, that's been intercepted. Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. Now it's Messi. Messi was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Son Heung-min. Son Heung-min! I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that. Footballing width usually identifies with running room, and we've just seen a prime example.
Good read, needed to be. Son Heung-min has found the net here, of course.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
And claimed it back swiftly. And he's forced to go back. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. He's tried one! And he's there to clear it. Good effort, and it is right on half-time. Reflections on the first half?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
Lleva una mochila roja y dice haberse perdido. Se ruega a su madre que acude a recogerlo a la puerta 21.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Look, before they might get too carried away with thoughts of getting back into the game, they can't afford to slip up and concede another. The next goal becomes crucial.
Oh, it's a sweet ball, that. Pull it. He's through here. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Neuer with the clearance. And smartly reclaimed. Can he get onto this? Messi. Messi! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Messi. Rodri. And it's Gullit. He's played him through. Messi. There he goes, motoring forward. And he was quick to react. And here's Gullit. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Mateus cuts it out. Whistle's gone, that's foul.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Just about up to the hour now. Barcelona looking to pass their way through. Messi.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Rashford. Look at the space here. Oh, what has happened here? Decent hit! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, outsmarting him this time. That looks a good ball through. Thuram spots it and intercepts.
This is the time you need that pace.
Hakimi kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Son Heung-min delivering the goods as expected.
Well, having
Has a goal! Oh, that wasn't far away.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Barcelona are looking to go forward now. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Shevchenko. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. El Shaarawy. He's through, now is he in? Vieira. A heavy challenge. And that's gone loose. Pedri. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well read. And the danger is averted. Messi. Chance here to counter. Opts for safety. And it's Messi. That's a nicely measured pass. Oh, it's inches away from being a really good ball. He's found the Shevchenko! And it's there! And surely that settles it. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Shevchenko really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
Barcelona find a position of real strength now.
Oh, that's such a good run. More of that, please.
And they've got a throw. Just 5 minutes left. Pull it. He can run onto that. Shot could be on. Shevchenko! And how did he not make it for? Mateus picks it up from the goal kick. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Vieira.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
Defending was strong and firm. And that is that. Barcelona have very little in the way of excuses here, simply having no answer to a display that was stunning, scintillating. There was to be only one outcome.